Hello and welcome back to the channel. Ryan Nordahl here with Epic Whitetail Habitat LLC. Today we're talking about the 3 steps that you can take to attract more deer to your small hunting property here in 2023. No, you're probably not going to attract every deer in the woods, but it only takes one quality hunt. But what can you offer deer to attract them more often than not to your small hunting property? You know, number one is probably food. I'm sure everybody, either has a small little clearing in their little small property lot, or you can create it. I've created a lot of poor man's plots. Taking out significant trees. Maybe you have smaller trees that you can simply cut with a handsaw, pretty sparse. I mean, you can see in the area behind me here, I could clean out some of these trees pretty easy with just a handsaw, get the brush out of the way, stack the brush up actually to create a screen in order for me to get into a ground blind or a tree stand that I might have in the area. But that's not what this property is about. This property sets up totally different than what I'm trying to describe. Yes, I'm on my home property. It is a relatively small property, 16 acres. But I'm talking about even smaller properties. Again, I've managed a property as small as 7 acres in Buffalo County. But what did we do on that small acres? Well, we incorporated a small food plot, as I was saying. It was a small clover plot, but it worked as a great transition plot as the deer filtered off to the east into the larger ag fields owned by other neighbors. Yes, this particular client had the advantage of being surrounded by other larger properties that had great bedding areas close to proximity of his small 7-acre property. Yes, it helped. I know every situation is different. I'm just giving this as an example. But adding that food plot created all the difference in the world for that property. Now, what else did he do? What's the number 2 thing that you could probably do on your property, small property, this season in order to prepare for a successful hunt in 2023? How about adding a water hole? Not every property is close to proximity of water. That's for sure. Adding a water hole, a small water hole, can make all the difference in the world. Now, I recommend, no matter the size of the property, at least 100 gallons minimum. At least. Water can have a very powerful draw, especially in times of the rut, when bucks are on their feet cruising. Now, this is all dependent upon your goals and what you're trying to achieve. Are you trying to just attract deer? Are you trying to attract that mature buck that's in the area that you might be after? Things have to be done differently, that's for sure. What's the third thing that you can do? Well, adding a mock scrape. Deer probably are, and I'm going to take an educated guess and say that they most definitely probably are passing through your small property. That 7-acre property, they were most definitely passing through. The food helped, the water helped, but even if you didn't have that, just adding a mock scrape like a licking vine on a well-used trail system or trails that intersect, having a mock scrape of some kind. I prefer a vine scrape, or, it doesn't matter, but a mock scrape altogether, or in combination of food and water, can have a very powerful draw and act like a magnet to attracting those deer to your small property. And having them stop at a mock scrape can mean all the difference in the world. Just that split second extra of being able to draw your bow or raise your gun in order to get a shot off at that deer that you're after. So those are just 3 of the steps that you can take this season yet on your small properties. It worked on this 7-acre piece of property that I manage, It works here on my 16.5 acres that I have here at my home. Why can't it work for you? Write down your goals. Take these 3 steps. And I can almost guarantee you'll at least attract more deer this season. Take it or leave it. Thanks for joining me on this video. If you haven't already, I'd really appreciate if you hit that subscribe button. Give this video a like and a share. Hey, and any of the tools or equipment that you see used in these videos, I'll leave links in the description down below. Again, thanks for joining me. God bless you all. Keep living the dream.